Alright guys, enough fluff, enough of the preview videos. It's time for the real deal now. What you guys have probably waiting for like 5 days now. Kimo, stop farming us and milking us. Make the real video already. Alright, here it is. The Gear Lab update as of Thursday, which was what, the 8th? Yeah, the 8th of December. So let's get right into it. So there are a couple guns in here that are added that are like blue or purple tier. I'm going to skip those because those build into a final product. So we won't cover those. We'll cover the final product if there's available. So go ahead and go through the list. So right here we got a DD gun upgrade. Now this DD gun upgrade is a pretty nice buff to the twin 127 MMs. These are pretty good. 35 firepower and 10 anti-air. So you get a little bit more beef for your gunboats or whatever. Now personally, I think the DD gun for pure damage is kind of whatever. I'm pretty sure there's much better options out there compared to this gun that we have available as of right now. But this gun is pretty good for pretty much a secondary, because if it's a gunboat or it's like a battleship, a USS battleship, then this is a really good slot, because not only does it give it 35 firepower, it gives it 10 anti-air, so just a little bit more durability compared to the other DDs you would probably have. So if you guys want to go Min Maxi, having this on New Jersey isn't the biggest issue. Now, sucks for suicide bombers, but USS BBs aren't the best for suicide bombers, but it gives a little bit more durability when it comes to taking a lot of aircraft planes. So it's a pretty decent end game gun. Probably is a terrible or not the best early game, mid game gun by far. But for end game though, it's pretty good, because chapters 12, 13, 14 really utilize this gun. And a couple OS fights as well too can utilize this gun as well too. So it's actually not a bad secondary by all means. Probably will make one for New Jersey though when I get around to it. Going down the list some more, if we have any things available. Right, the 457, I talked to you guys about that in the other video. Is it worth making? Yes, it is. If you guys want to go super min maxi, get 2 minimum, 3 if you really want to get, like, if you want to dive like really into battleships. Now keep in mind, this is very expensive to make, because these tier 3 ordnance that a lot of people are saying like, Kimo, how do you get so many of these, man? You have like 3,000 of these or whatever. Do OS, guys. You have to do OS. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Do OS. I'll probably make a video talking about how to farm OS properly eventually in the future, or like in a couple days. But you're gonna need a lot of these mats. Circuit boards as well too. It's expensive, so keep that in mind. But it gives you something to look forward to. So keep grinding, you eventually get it. All right, guys, don't stress out. It's never gonna leave. It's gonna be there, permanent content. So don't worry about it. Anyways, though, we have these time fuse guns. Now, some people ask me like, Kimo, you didn't show us how it looks or whatever. I made 3 of them. I tossed them into my boss fleet for 12-1 farming that I always do. And personally, I don't feel much difference. It feels pretty much the same thing. Now, my ships are very over leveled compared to the ships in 12-1. Yes, it is true. But I don't feel any difference. I mean, maybe a little bit more anti-air damage, but like that's pretty much it. I personally don't feel much of a difference though. But I sacrificed 60-something circuit boards for you guys to be like, oh, so it's not that big of a deal right now. Yes, like I said in the other video, it's not that big of a deal right now. Does it have potential to be really good in the future? Maybe it does. As of right now though, is it super important? Not really. All right. So that right there, if you guys want to make it, go for it, but not this one though. Not that one. Fighters, right, we have the Flapjack. Now people are saying like you can do some, I guess, tweaking with airstrikes or whatever. I mean, if you want to do that, by all means go for it. I think the only content available as of right now that you kind of want to tweak this is like the Hermit fight, and I guess the current meta as of right now, Arizona. Personally though, I'm gonna be running double torpedo bombers, so it's not gonna be a big deal for me. But if you want to get super min maxi though, then having this on like a really fast carrier can be really good. As of right now, I don't know any super fast carriers that can utilize a Flapjack for the current fight. Enterprise is like kind of slow on the airstrike, so it's not like the best, but has potential. Does have potential, because other carriers that can go fast have double suicide bombers, so it's like can do, or double torpedo bombers. I mean, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you guys want though, you can make one. I'm not going to make this anytime soon, so I'm going to pass on that for the time being. Sky Pirates, skip on those. We have those already. Anything new as of right now? I'll talk about. Right, we have these new heavy cruiser guns. I think this is like a upgrade from this by all means. It has like 10 more modifiers if I recall, or 5 more modifiers, and it's a bit faster as well too. So this is an HE gun. Personally, I don't care too much about heavy cruiser HE guns, but if you guys don't get into it, then having this upgrade is actually pretty good. I think this now makes it a really, really good heavy cruiser gun compared to the other ones in the availability as of right now, though. So if you guys really want to make a heavy cruiser high explosive gun, I think having 1 or 2 of these is decent. Just keep in mind though, like when you get really, really into like end game, you're probably not gonna use heavy cruisers as much, and if you guys do, there's Drake game. The Drake gun is available, which is much better than like every other heavy cruiser gun in the game by far. So make 1 or 2 if you guys really want to though, but otherwise though, just whatever. Now going down the anti-air, right? We have the Dido time fuse again. Not like super important as right now though, but it can be good in the future. Otherwise, right now though, I personally just don't want to make this. But again, I showed you guys a sample of what it looks like. Do whatever you guys please. If you guys want to make them, go for it. And I think that covers all new stuff for the Royal Navy tab. Going down the list some more. Do we have anything available? Right, we have the Izumo, or not Izumo guns, the Azuma guns, large cruiser gun, the best HE guns for large cruisers as of right now. So once again, it costs a lot of circuit boards. I highly recommend you guys don't buy this or make this because it's 48. That's a lot. But for the people out there that are new players in the game as of right now that has recently got Kala ideas from the Atelier Ryza collab, if you guys really want to make a large cruiser gun, you can make this. Just keep in mind it costs 7 of these tier 2 ordnance and it costs 48 circuit boards, so it's very pricey. But if you guys really want to, you guys can make it, but you can get it from PR2. But with the recent update to 457s being added to Gear Labs, there's no real reason to go into 450 to go into the 457s anymore or whatever, or the PR2 anymore. Oh, that reminds me though, I think Seattle guns got added, right? This is actually a really good gun. Doesn't cost circuit boards. So again, it costs tier 2 ordnance though, but having a couple Seattle guns is definitely very good. Still one of the best light cruiser guns by all means. I forgot about that. I skipped this entirely, but it is a good update. It's a really good gun. I recommend if you guys want some good light cruiser guns, you can make this from here. So where was I? I think we covered like all these other ones though. Yeah, we did. So Iron Blood. Iron Blood's got, I think Rune Gun was always there. Oh, these are FTG's gun. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. It's a jack of all trade gun. You want some damage, you want some reload. It's high explosive. It's not terrible, but like if I'm doing fast content, I just want like fast HE guns, so like Odin's gun or Hood's gun. And if I want just pure damage, I just go like 450 or 406 MK6s, the HE purple ones, or just Monarch's gun, which is like a little bit better at plus 13 HE gun. If you guys want to though, you can make this. I don't think the materials are like that expensive. It doesn't cost circuit boards, so that's good. So it's up to you guys though. If you guys want to make that, go for it. I'm not going to stop you guys though. And then we have more time fuse again. If you guys want to go into time fuse stuff, by all means go for it. I'm just not a big fan of time fuses right now, but has potential to be good one day, maybe. And that's it for the Iron Bloods. Baguette guns, talked about these. They're very good. If you guys can make them, go for it. Doesn't cost circuit boards, so that's good, but it does cost a lot of these whatchamacallit guns. I also want to talk about a thing in the upcoming video, but you can get these from these new boxes added or whatever. I'll just talk about it right now, but you guys can get them from the new boxes added to I think Metal Shop or something. You can buy these now. Yeah, you can buy these now to try to get some the guns to make baguette guns. So it's 15 metals each, pretty cheap if you guys want to make some. But that's pretty much how you're gonna get these guns to make these things right here, or at least this one to make that right there. And then heavy cruiser gun. I think it's funny that they made the St. Louis gun better than the allergy gun. I think the allergy gun is way better than this one, but hey, whatever works, right? The John Bart gun, not a fan of this one. Skip that by all means. And then the anti-air I talked about earlier. It's good if you're still doing World 12 and 13 content. Otherwise, it's not a big deal as of right now. People have been talking about Chapter 13 hard or potential World 15. Yes, when they ever decide to add those, yes, World 13 hard would definitely want to have this anti-air. Yes, it's going to be very, very important there. But when is it going to add it, though? Who knows? It's probably going to get added when World 15 comes out or something. Though. Or I can get added right now, but it's up to them. Though. I think anti-air, anti-air stuff at like plus 3 or 4 levels is like really difficult, though. But it is what it is. So that's a little TLDR of the new Gear Lab stuff. Some neat stuff. The update this time around has been really, really good. A lot of PR2 stuff, a lot of new stuff that are pretty much all right, minus the anti-air, but it is what it is, though. A lot of anti-air focus, a lot of PR2 stuff. Maybe World 13 hard may come out. Maybe World 15 may come out in the future. Who knows? But a lot of anti-air stuff got added in this update. PR2 got added in this update. So solid stuff across the board. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one as always.